there friends, I'm Melanie and you're watching akaMommy. And in today's video, I wanted to give you kind of an update on where we are on our debt-free journey. I shared a video last month letting you guys know kind of that we were restarting our journey, and I will link that for you. It'll pop up in a card here, and if it does not pop up in a card, if you're watching on a mobile device, there will be a link directly below this video that you can go and check that out. But before I get any further into this, let me first say, if you are brand new to my channel and you are not a subscriber, then thank you so much for taking the time to open this video and watch it. It really means a lot to me. And if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back. Okay guys, so I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible. I'm not really sure what information I'm going to share with you on a monthly basis. I will go ahead and tell you, kind of what successes we had the previous month, and then maybe what challenges we had, and just kind of give you an update on where we are, because I don't really feel comfortable with sharing our exact debt numbers with you guys, but I don't mind sharing some things. So right off the bat, I will go ahead and let you know that the previous month, which was the month of April, we were able to complete baby step number 1, which is our emergency fund, our basically $1,000 emergency fund. Now, I will say that we are homeowners, and we personally didn't really feel like $1,000 was enough of an emergency fund. I mean, one real disaster in your house, one even kind of minor disaster in your house, can take that entire fund away. And so we did set the level for our emergency fund at $2,000. So we were able to get that completely funded in the month of April. Another thing that I did was go ahead and set up some sinking funds through our bank. And so those are ready for us. We're not really pushing a lot of money into them right now because we are currently on baby step 2, which is paying off debt. So we were able to go ahead and start working on that. And I will go ahead and tell you that when we started this, between my husband and myself, we had approximately... How many did we have? Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to double check my numbers really quick. So when we started our journey, between the two of us, we basically had 22 credit cards or personal loans. Now, the majority of those are credit cards, and a lot of them are just little credit cards. They're, Old Navy or Kohl's or JCPenney, or those little tiny things that don't have a very high balance on them, but they're just kind of there. So we did start out with a lot of credit cards. The number of our credit cards was it was surprising to me when I sat down and wrote it all out. But when I did that, I did exactly what you're supposed to do. I listed them in order of least amount owed down to greatest. And in the month of April, we were able to go ahead and completely pay off 5 of those credit cards. So they have a 0 balance. We have called the companies on each of those credit cards and have closed the accounts permanently, and have asked them to send us a letter of a confirmation, I guess, that the account is closed and has a 0 balance. So I was really, really excited that we were able to go ahead and do that. I felt like it was a great start to not only save $2,000 to our emergency fund, but also to pay off 5 credit cards. Now, we still have a long way to go, but we really feel like if we're diligent about this and we really have gazelle intensity, just like Dave says, that it won't take us, a tremendously long time. I would honestly say, based on the numbers that I've calculated, I'm expecting it to take us 10 to 12 months. And because I'm realistic, I'm kind of in the back of my mind thinking, okay, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer than that, but let's shoot for 10 to 12 months. So that is kind of our successes that we had in the month of April. I personally am really happy with both of those. Now, challenges in the month of April. I will be honest with you and tell you that it was not easy for us to sit down and talk about money together. My husband and I have been together for almost 10 years, and money is just one of those things that we don't really talk about because it causes a lot of arguments. And so being at a place in our relationship where we finally could sit down and talk about money and be on the same page, it was huge. And so while it was a challenge for us to work through those things together and get there, it actually ended up being quite a success for us. And like I said, for the first time in 10 years almost, I can say we're on the same page, we have the same goals, and we are both committed to doing this. And that feels amazing. So I would say, what other challenges would I say? In the month of April, I think the biggest challenge was just adjusting the way that we think about things. You know, having that money in your cash envelope, and when you normally you would say, hey, I feel like having a drink from Starbucks, you know, is the money in your cash envelope? If it is not, you know, then you don't get to go to Starbucks. And that was a little bit different. It takes some adjusting to get used to things. It definitely takes some adjusting to not think, oh, well, we'll just put it on the credit card. You know, we want to do this, or we want to buy this. We'll just put it on the credit card. No, we don't even have credit cards anymore. We've cut up every single one of our credit cards. That was a hugely liberating moment. It was a bit emotional for me, and I didn't expect it to be, but they are all cut up. They are gone. And so that's not even an option. Can't even put it on the credit card anymore. So I would say the biggest challenge for us in April really was just starting to adjust the way that we think about things. But we have some solid goals ahead of us that we both agree on, and we both are really passionate about, and that really helped, so that when one of us was feeling a little bit on the weaker side or was kind of starting to already hate the budget, the other person could say, you know, we need to stay focused, and this is why we're doing this. It was really good to have someone to remind me, or for me to remind him, this is why we're doing this. We're not just doing this just because it sounded like a fun, trendy thing to do. No, we have goals, and we are working towards those goals. So I would say that that was probably the biggest challenge, and I expect that that will continue to be a challenge for us. But I also believe that as we slowly start to see progress, and we start to we start to pay off these debts and no longer have them, that it will just increase our momentum and increase the drive that we have in order to continue on with this journey. So that's going to be it, guys. I know it was a really short update video, but I don't really know what else to share. If there's anything specific that you would like for me to share with you that I have not already, then just leave it for me down in the comment section below, and I will either answer your question there, or I might do a dedicated video. I have recently shared a couple of videos on my channel about how I'm budgeting with our groceries, because for me, being a stay-at-home mom, that's one of the main ways that I can really influence our budget and our cash flow, is by, you know, what do I spend on household items and on grocery items and so forth. And so I have filmed a couple of those. I have shared them on my video, or on my channel, for you guys. So if you haven't checked those out, I will list those in the description box for you guys as well. I'm getting all kinds of tongue-tied, so I need to wrap this up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you have found it helpful in some way. If you missed my most recent video, you can check that out right over here. It'll pop up for you on the screen. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel and you are interested in these types of videos, you can click on my little face right over here, and that will take you to my channel where you can subscribe before you go. Until next time, you guys, I hope that you are all doing very well and that you're very blessed. Bye for now.